At the time, the Mediterranean Sea and the Indian Ocean were the main sea trading routes. This allowed them to trade with the rest of the world. Europe and Africa were connected through the Silk Roads of China and India. Throughout the empire, Muslim merchants only needed the ability to speak Arabic and the Abbasid dinar.
Many major cities, such as Cordoba, Damascus, Cairo, and Baghdad, became cultural hotspots of knowledge. These sites led to a period of great achievements in the arts and sciences.
To encourage trade, Muslims set up money changers across the empire. Banks offered letters of credit, called socks, to merchants. Socks could be exchanged for cash anywhere in the empire. In Europe, socks were known as checks. The invention of checks is one example of a modern-day impact of the Muslim empire. Yet another way Islam is having an effect on us today is through jihad. Remember that jihad is essentially a holy war to spread Islam. ISIS, the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, is waging a war in the name of jihad. Literally meaning to make an effort, jihad can encompass spiritual, rhetorical, scholarly, or military exertion to serve God.
But ISIS is pushing an extreme form of Islam, taking the rules in the Quran to the extreme. They started in Syria with the goal of establishing a new caliphate. ISIS subsequently seized control of large swaths of Syria before launching an offensive in Iraq in 2014 that saw it capture the second city of Mosul and declare the creation of a caliphate. ISIS continued to grow, taking over much of Syria as well as parts of Iran. Unemployed males started to join ISIS, and ISIS continued to expand. As a result, millions of refugees have had to flee the Middle East and leave their homes.
ISIS has also destroyed countless ancient artifacts and ancient buildings, now lost in the destruction caused by the fighters. Archaeologists returning to areas captured from IS have found other ancient sites turned into car parks, statues smashed, and manuscripts disappeared. But even with ISIS expanding, statistics show that the people living in the Middle East think that the probability of ISIS succeeding is not very high. Only 13% of Arab youths say that they could imagine themselves supporting ISIS even if it did not use much violence. Overall, jihad has been transported from the 8th century to modern day. It has been used as an excuse for ISIS to complete their agenda and force the people in the Middle East to practice their form of Islam. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Ruhul's Apples Incorporated and Morgan Freeman. Thank you.